Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have the aftermath of the Knights of Lights workshop. The Agri-Hood debate still isn't over, and a new White Castle is coming to Florida.
Woo!
But don't forget, welcome to Rockville. It's staying in Daytona.
Woo!
We'll get to all of that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with a Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, download our app in the Apple App Store. It's getting better and better every day. All right, good morning, boys.
Hey, good morning.
We're here.
Happy Thursday.
I know.
Yeah. What'd you guys do yesterday? We only have 5 people watching.
We're on fire.
What happened?
Everyone wanted to find out.
What
if
happened
we
to our
survived.
algorithms? I'm gone one day. We're not even in double digits.
That's
Give me
rude.
one sec. Hold on.
It's raining, so it's dark. They didn't wake up.
Yeah, all the more reason to be watching the Stoidum this morning. So
We have 10 people, okay? It's
okay, we
There we go,
got
double
to 11.
digits.
I bitched one time.
Gotta be mean. I choked on my food yesterday. My throat hurts.
Oh,
it's no
that's
good.
horrible.
It's no good.
I hate when that happens.
You know, you're eating pasta and sauce like drips down the wrong pipe.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you're just like, you've got food in your mouth and you're coughing. It's no good.
Yep, I got my Bluey bracelet on that Maeve
Ooh.
gave me.
Lovely.
Boom.
Good, good.
She said I have to give it back though.
Very cute.
Uh,
You're stealing jewelry from a
No,
child.
she gave it to me to wear,
Okay.
and then I thought it was a gift. I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, no, you got to give it back.
Oh, okay.
So there,
So
there
you
was
thought it
there
was
was
gift.
rules attached to me wearing the Bluey bracelet.
I was given something and I thought it was really cool and I had it in my purse and I showed it to my friend and she was like, "Oh, that's really meaningful. Thank you." And she kept it. It's like,
Yeah,
son of a
that wasn't a gift.
I was showing you. Just wanted you to see it.
It wasn't a gift. I'm glad you like it too.
I know. I hope that means a lot to you.
Yeah.
Blake, how you doing?
I'm doing decently.
Negative Nelly, let's pick up the pace in there. Come on, let's be happy.
Sorry.
Eeyore.
I was. Okay, so why are both of us wearing gray today? Dang it!
Because it's raining.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could reach in the
cloudy.
closet. Somehow my stuff got pushed to the end in my closet. I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
I was gone for one day, and now that my stuff's behind it.
You moved out.
Yeah. I guess I got shifted
show
to the
you.
back of the room on one day.
That'll learn you.
On one day.
Blake,
So-
you were perkier when we got here.
Yeah. Why go on air and then be negative?
Oh,
Pick it up a little.
see, geez, sorry.
It's rainy outside. It doesn't have to be rainy inside.
Oh, well, there is a little bit of a leak. No.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
If there's a leak there, A.D. Davis building's doing something.
Yeah.
Not the rain.
No, yeah, don't say that because I can tell you right now, the cigar building and the Treasury building. I guarantee there's a leak somewhere there.
I took a different route today because I got caught in the rain. Was it Friday? I got caught in the rain like Masters Old Moultrie. I'm not doing that again. It was flooded on Friday on Masters, and I used to live off Masters, and I haven't seen it that bad in forever. And so I just avoided it completely today.
Yeah, we're just so used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, okay, that's living downtown.
Minivans don't float,
Yeah.
so I don't want to.
Are you sure?
Pretty
you tried
sure.
I bet they
I
do.
did try it on Friday.
I bet they do. I bet they do.
Do we have a question of the day?
All right, question of the day is 10-year-old, you and your family, you're going out for a nice dinner. What's the restaurant you're going to? where does? Okay, hey guys, remember Friday we're going to,
Yeah.
or whatever night out, like when you guys. Every family has like a go-to place for a nice restaurant. So.
Our nice restaurant is Red Lobster.
Who's on our list?
Yeah, we're a Red Lobster family. Especially when my grandmother lived with us, she loved going to Red Lobster for the Cheddar Bay biscuits, obviously. But then she ate off the kids' menu. And she ate like kids' pasta. So it's not like we went to Red Lobster because of the seafood. We went for the biscuits.
The biscuits.
And she liked the kids' spaghetti. And I remember one day they didn't want to serve her the kids' spaghetti because she was not, in fact, 12 or under.
Mm-hmm.
And
so she had you order it.
No, she had big opinions. You're going to serve it to me. I don't care what you have to charge me, but that's the size I want. And that's what I like. She didn't eat anything. She was 90 nothing. Oh my word. She's a tiny little lady. But yeah, that new training man was doing exactly what he was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But none of the other servers had ever told her no before. And so she wasn't having it.
Yeah. I'm interested in hearing Blake's answer. I think I know Blake's answer, but I'm interested in hearing what his answer is.
Opposite sides of the perspective here.
Does it involve a Japanese hibachi table?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yep, it was Yamato's.
Yamato's, yeah. So, Mikado's or Yamato's, but...
No.
We went to Yamato's for you. We went to Mikado's for us. So.
Stop lying to yourself. You know Yamato's is better. Stop lying to yourself.
They're almost the same, but yeah, he likes the noodles, so he always wanted to go to Yamato's. They don't do the noodles at Mikado's.
Mikado's, okay.
Mikado's had better sushi, so.
Okay, that's all your mom cared about over there. I was like, oh, they have better sushi. It was like, no, they have better shrimp.
Who paid the bills? Okay, thank you for that silence. All right.
Just sitting here drinking my tea, eating my popcorn. We took my husband out for his birthday to Yamato's one year, and thinking that the kids are going to think this is amazing, like the hibachi. That's the one with the hibachi, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're at the hibachi table, and this is going to be awesome. They do the volcano where the flames shoot out of the rice, and Mike hits at the deck.
That happens.
Libby was a baby, but so the two big ones were much younger, like maybe second grade at most, and we're like, this is going to be amazing. And they were terrified, and they were under the counter like, something has gone terribly wrong.
Yeah. No. I mean, it took a little while for Ty to get into that, but
yeah.
We were there pretty much every week.
Yeah.
So one of those two. We give in to him every once in a while. But when I was growing up, there was a Red Lobster. If we were going to Daytona and we were going to go to the boardwalk and walk around the boardwalk, couldn't play any games, couldn't afford that, but we could walk around and watch all the other kids play. Not that I'm bitter. And we go to Red Lobster if we went to Daytona. Yeah. That was our family night out. And then in town, it was Mano's Pizza. And that's where, like, there was a little window that had a little deck you could stand on and watch the guys toss the pizzas in the air and all that stuff. But it was Mano's Pizza. But our regular spot when my mom didn't want to cook was, and we weren't at the ballpark. Mm-hmm. I ate a lot of food at the ballpark. Was Hampton's, which was the Sugar Top at one point, and that was like the best fried chicken. Still to this day, they've closed down now, but they had the most amazing fried chicken. So, I still love fried chicken.
Yeah.
I eat fried chicken at least once a week.
Whether we could afford it or not, my dad's never been into spending a lot of money on food. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't understand why you would spend that much money on ingredients for poo. Mm-hmm. So we just didn't go to fancy places.
That was a doctor.
Yes.
It's very practical.
Yeah, like, it's all food as long as it feeds you. As long as you're not hungry after. Why am I going to spend $200 on a plate when I could spend, $8 at Po Folks and have red beans and rice? That was another one we went to for lunch. Po Folks.
Yeah. And our family probably spends. I mean, that's probably one of our number one bills is food.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's it. It's definitely number one for me. Like, badly.
Yeah. And when I try and lose weight, I convince myself that food is just fuel,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't really serve any other purpose. Which is,
I mean,
you break it down to what it really is, like your
yes.
dad. Yeah.
Poo ingredients.
Yeah. It's poo ingredients. You know. But it's just let's just go with it just being fuel.
Okay. You don't want to think about it the other way. All right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just you're and a lot of people drive around on empty. So
That is true.
I drive around on full, unfortunately.
Right on. All right. We all walked through it already. Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
All right. So today we have extreme moisture. Then it's going to be nice. And then it's going to go back to extreme moisture. So in the middle of the day, like this storm should be gone pretty quick. It's one cell.
Okay.
So this one should be gone. Should be nice for about 3 or 4 hours. And mid-afternoon to late afternoon, extreme moisture again. Not just moisture, extreme moisture.
Extreme.
My shoulders are a little moist
Yeah.
from the walk-in today. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best-kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday, open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right. Hit the Blakes. Traffic reports.
There is indeed extreme moisture on the road as well.
All
Surprisingly,
of the moisture.
yeah, surprisingly, a little bit more busy coming down in State Road near State Road 210.
Yeah.
So definitely be careful about that though. So and it definitely looks like a little bit more traffic despite the rain though than yesterday.
The cameras on your side of the table are gray to match your shirt, and the ones on the left side are more colorful to match me.
Huh.
Nice of the DOT
The
to
brakes.
make sure that they coordinate with us.
The brightness.
All right, the Hit the Blakes traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard the Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine one stop at a time. All right. Moving into the news, Special Magistrate St. Johns County denial of Agri-Hood project rezoning unreasonable. The fight over a proposed Agri-Hood in St. Johns County is far from over. A special magistrate has ruled that the county acted unreasonably when it denied a rezoning request that would allow more than 3,000 homes west of Interstate 95 between County Road 208 and County Road 214. The ruling comes from former Circuit Judge J. Michael Traynor, who reviewed the case under Florida's Land Use and Environmental Dispute Resolution Act. He found that the county's 2024 decision unfairly burdened the property rights of Robinson Improvement Company, which has owned the land since 1906. Robinson sought to rezone nearly 2,700 acres from open rural to planned unit development, consistent with the residential B design added to the county's comprehensive plan back in 2019. That designation anticipated a rezoning request by 2026. The company's proposal, developed by a Boston-based Freehold Communities, would have created what's called an Agri-Hood, a residential community that integrates agriculture into design. The original plan called for up to 3,332 homes in two 10-year phases, along with space for a fire station, school, and commercial uses. At full build-out, it could house more than 9,000 people. The magistrate recommended approval of a revised plan with strict conditions, building a 4-mile stretch of County Road 2209 before any homes are occupied, capping units at 350 by 2031, phasing construction limits, and creating buffers near neighboring properties. County staff and residents have opposed the project, citing incompatibility with rural character, traffic impacts, and concerns about Freehold's track record on other developments. Robinson, however, has pledged more than $49 million in transportation improvements, including the $61.5 million extension of County Road 2209 through the property. The magistrate's recommendation is non-binding, but could shape what happens next if the dispute moves to court. For now, no new filings have been made in Florida's Seventh Circuit. This decision signals that the controversial Agri-Hood project may not be over, and the next chapter could play out in the courts.
All right. So this is why the commissioners are in such a tough spot. And
Yeah.
we've talked about it on air. Property rights usually wins.
Especially in Florida.
They denied this. Everyone beats up the commissioners about, oh, there's so much growth. There's so much growth. When they try and stop growth, you have to have such an over-the-top, ridiculous reason of why you try and deny it. This one's one they were like, okay, it just doesn't fit. I don't know if it fits or it doesn't fit, but now they're in court, so now they have to bend the knee and don't have any control over the next vote.
Whatever the judge says.
Whatever the judge says now. So the commissioners tried to do their part, and now we paid an extreme amount of money because we lost to lawyers and fighting it and doing this and all those hours. And people are like, oh, it didn't cost it. No, it does cost us stuff, even if it's our own attorneys. And it wasn't. Usually this goes to an outside counsel. So we're paying through the nose on it. And we still lost.
Yeah.
So, it's frustrating when I hear people beating up on the commissioners about all this overgrowth. When they try and stop it, the court system doesn't work in their favor.
Yeah, there's only so much
the only thing you can do is try and get the most out of it you can, and put land when you can in preservation, so it makes it so unappealing to developers to try and come in and flop that. Yeah. You can flop it, but it costs you through the nose, and it doesn't make sense to do it.
Yeah. So
truly, the only way to stop the growth is through preservation and limitations. You can't stop it once it gets to the commissioners.
Yeah.
So,
right on.
So the commissioners, I feel your pain. I see your pain, because all five of them know we have a growth issue.
Yes, 100%. They're all there because they want to do their part to do whatever they can to slow that growth. But there's just not a whole lot they can do once it gets
but I mean, the home sales are slow right now. Kelly was just talking about that. Home sales are slow right now, but it's not going to stay that way. This is not going to be the last time St. Augustine has a growth spurt.
A real estate boom.
Yeah. So it's not going to be the last time. We still live in paradise. So it's that part's not going anywhere.
Yep. All right. This may or may not increase that level of paradise depending on your personal proclivities. White Castle cravings will soon be satisfied in Daytona Beach with a new location. Cravers, start your engines. White Castle is headed to Daytona Beach. The fast food giant announced Tuesday it has signed a lease to build a brand new restaurant at 1944 LPGA Boulevard, just east of I-95 near the Buc-ee's. The location will feature both indoor and outdoor seating, along with 2 drive-through lanes to handle what's expected to be heavy demand. White Castle, famous for its slider hamburgers, operates more than 340 restaurants nationwide, but has only recently expanded into Florida. In 2021, it opened the world's largest White Castle in Orlando, followed by a second store in Claremont earlier this month. A third location is already planned for Kissimmee at O-Town West. Now, Daytona Beach is set to join the list, with construction expected to be completed by late summer 2026. For burger fans in Central Florida, that means another chance to get your hands on those iconic sliders without driving too far. Daytona Beach is getting a White Castle. Was it Harold and Kumar?
Harold and Kumar, and it made White Castle so much money.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, so
oh, my word.
And White Castle, I like Crystal better than White Castle. I know I grew up in the South. But I do like a White Castle. When we go to Vegas, I get White Castle. So
Never had a White.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I've seen
very
them.
very similar to Crystal Burger.
But being in the South, it wasn't familiar, so
No,
I didn't
no.
get the hype. Even when the movie came out, I was like,
I didn't. When the movie came out, I hadn't even eaten at White Castle, and
Yeah.
I knew what it was.
did you
Yeah.
eat at White Castle after the movie because of it?
No, I think the first White Castle I ate at was like either in Nashville or in Vegas. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in a tourist area,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like I said, I still like Crystal better.
Yeah, I know. I think Crystal has some lamb in their burger meat.
Do they?
I think it's a blend.
Oh, that's not bad.
What
But then,
about you, Blake? Have you ever had White Castle? Are you excited?
Yes, I have. So I had White Castle. So the first time I had White Castle was actually in their home state of Ohio, in Columbus. But then the second time I had it was in Las Vegas as well. But of course, Las Vegas though, that's in the West though, so that's still In-N-Out Burger territory though.
Yeah, like In-N-Out Burger still dominates.
Yeah. When I was in Ohio, I had Skyline chili. I did do White Castle.
Okay.
I don't know. I
don't think
get
I've had
the
Skyline. I don't think I've had Skyline.
It was. Oh, you have. Have you been to Skyline yet? Have you been to Skyline yet?
Yeah.
We're gonna take you to Skyline. And I get there and I'm like,
Not great.
ah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You should probably have asked me if I like chili first.
Yeah. Oh, you're not a chili person?
I'm not the audience for this restaurant, but hot dog, yay!
Yeah.
Excited. All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. Sunoco on North Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.84. Shell on North Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.95. A1A discount beverages at $2.99. Shell at 146 King Street's at $3.09. Gate at US 1 North is $3.16. Circle K on US 1 North is $3.16. Gate on Mizell Road is $3.18. Sunoco on South Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $3.19. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce is $3.19. And the Owens on South Ponce is at $3.19. All right, that Gas Buddy Gas Report brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you and your loved one out of jail and back home from paperwork to release. They make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. We've got live music today. We've got Jim Lamb at Milltop Tavern at noon. Brooke Garwood's at Ben 39 Wine Bar at 1 o'clock. Smoke and Joe Showers at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 3. John Q is at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Dewey Vaya is at Guy Harvey Resort at 5 o'clock. Benny Jacobs is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Alan Arena is at Oasis Deck and Restaurant at 5 o'clock. Trevor Compton's at St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5 o'clock. Doug Hyde, a.k.a. the Duggernaut, is at Marina Munch at 6 p.m. Thick and Thin String Band is at Plaza de la Constitucion, Concerts in the Plaza at 6 p.m. Bad Dog Mama's at Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Vegas Grays at Pesca Villano by Michael Lugo at 6. Christian Powers is at Pierre's Pub at 6 o'clock, and so is Jonathan Lee. Vern Daisel is at Colonial Oak Music Park at 7. Versatile is at Tradewinds Lounge at 9 p.m. And Cholula is closing out the night at the Bar with No Name at 10 p.m. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted Best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite Contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to floor replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. And sometimes my thumb hits the screen and it double taps and it goes into editing mode and I lose where I am.
Yeah. I'll hit it and then the keyboard clicks up on it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then it's like, and then you gotta find it, but you're in the middle of the read and you're trying to adjust. And yeah, so I knew exactly what had happened to you when it happens.
Hold for more.
Yeah.
All right. You might have heard, even in the swamp, that there's been an engagement.
Okay.
There's like a big engagement.
Yeah.
That killed Instagram for a short period of time.
Were we talking Uncle Trav?
Yeah, Uncle Trav and Aunt Taylor, they have gotten engaged, but there's a Florida connection. So, like, I guess he decorated his backyard, took him out there, like, very sweet. So, the ring. The ring is like an 8-carat old mine-cut diamond, and he designed it with a Florida-born jewelry designer, Kindred Lubeck. So she was raised in the Lubeck family. Jay Lubeck is a well-known goldsmith in Neptune Beach.
Okay.
She graduated with a degree from psychology, of psychology from Florida State University.
Neptune, is that next to Uranus?
Yes.
Okay. All
I
right.
believe it's pronounced Uranus.
Oh.
Which I don't know if it makes it better
It's not
or
as much
worse.
fun. It's not as much fun.
It isn't. No. I stand for Pluto, and it's Uranus.
Yeah.
Even though I've had to do astronomers with middle school kids. So that's fun. It's always fun when you get to the astronomer that discovered Uranus. I always make the kids read it, and their face when they get to the word is great.
Yeah.
All right. So Jay Lubeck is a well-known goldsmith. He raised a daughter who went to FSU. So sorry. It's tragic. But she ended up getting tapped to design Taylor Swift's engagement ring. So Florida, born and bred.
Well, and I feel that Rebecca and I had something to do with this engagement.
Okay.
Because they finished behind us on America's Favorite Couple.
Yeah.
So they
the
felt like
pressure's
they needed to do something drastic to move. You know,
That is true. They had to
from
overcompensate.
fourth. Yeah, they're overcompensating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trav. You know, aren't the Super Bowl rings enough? Come on.
The most brutal meme I've seen is the picture of them kissing after the proposal, and it says one of these two people got a ring in 2025. That is brutal.
Awesome.
Dude.
That's awesome. I like it.
Oh my word! NFL memes, they take no prisoners.
Oh no. I mean, and the stuff between like the Phillies, the Eagles and the Cowboys, and that whole division's brutal.
Yeah.
There's
been a lot of
Steeler Baltimore one's not as brutal, between the fans, even though they don't like each other at all.
Yeah.
But like the Cowboys, Eagles is just so nasty. Throw the Giants, and that whole division is just so brutal and mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What is that? Tornado Alley? Got all bad attitudes there.
Oh, it's kind of all jumbled up.
Yeah.
So there's one here, one there. They're all over the place, but they've always been brutal to each other in that entire division. So.
Yeah.
And it's easy to be brutal to Cowboy fans.
Yeah, but I definitely will say though the Steelers Ravens rivalry used to be great when humanitarians of the year Joey Porter, James Harrison, and Ray Lewis were on the field at once.
Humanitarians of the year. All right.
Yeah.
So I thought you would be interested to know that Taylor Swift is wearing a ring that was designed by a Florida born and bred jewelry designer. Aren't you excited?
That's I don't know if I got through the day.
I know. I cured him. All right, with 80 days to go, St. Augustine Knights of Lights workshop held amid ongoing budget talks. With just 80 days to go before the world-famous Knights of Light celebration in St. Augustine, county and city leaders are still working out the budget. Back in June, the city asked the St. Johns County Tourism Development Council for an additional $1 million on top of the $200,000 it receives annually, but the TDC voted instead to recommend $850,000. At Wednesday's workshop, city manager David Burcham presented proposed changes, including renting median barricades for added safety. He said lessons from the incidents in New Orleans show barriers can make a big difference. Most of the city's funding request would go toward shuttles and portable restrooms. But county legal counsel raised concerns, pointing out that certain expenses like bathrooms may not qualify for tourism funds since they also serve the general public. Commissioners are set to make a final decision on Knights of Lights funding at their next meeting on September 2nd. Those lawyers obviously don't know that no locals go downtown during Knights
All right,
of Lights.
first off, you're completely wrong, Rich. I think you're a good dude and you're a good lawyer, but you're wrong. Okay, because you can use restrooms. You've used them on the beach for years. All right, because the beach. Blake, can we? Okay.
We have an intruder.
We got to start locking. We got to start
Blake's
locking the
our
door. But you can use them for restrooms because the restrooms are not for the general public that's there. It's for the additional public, which is a tourism attraction. If it's tourism, it clearly states in 125 state statute that you can do it if it's specifically for a tourism. So you're wrong on that. So don't say that again, please. The other thing is the city came to TDC. TDC is an advisory board. We want to help the city, and they needed to flush it out with the county. The county has every right to ask questions where their money is going to be going, and that distribution of that money is going to be going. It's hopefully they work it out. I understand. I wasn't able to make it to the meeting because I was
neck deep.
I was in a swamp.
Neck deep in gator.
I was in a swamp, but I had
right.
friends that were inside the room that was texting me constantly on what was going on because I wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah.
It sounds like they came to some type of mutual agreement. I don't know where the money is exactly coming from yet because I wasn't there. But which fund? Because the things I had, I didn't want it to come out of Category 1 reserves, which is the marketing numbers, because our numbers are down. People can say what they want, but our numbers are down. First quarter was great. Second quarter was flat. This last quarter, it was not good, which is a trend in the wrong direction. So hopefully
that directly contradicts a story I heard on the 904 Now a couple of days ago.
Yeah. No. Well, and I contradicted that story
You
too.
did.
I contradicted it because we live it. But it's hopefully Sing Out Loud does well, and so does Night of Lights. Things I'm concerned with is still the traffic and moving the people. And it's that's going to be the key to the success, and making sure people know the parking lot is full before you get downtown, before you get into the heart of it, because a lot of times you don't know the parking lot's full until you make that left turn on Castillo, and then you're like, uh-oh, what do I do now? You end up driving by because you don't know what you're going. You knew you were going to because your Waze said you're going to this parking garage, and now it's taking you there and it's closed, and Waze doesn't have an alternative for you. So, but there's, I believe the VCB is working on an app to help with that. I mean, there's going to be hopefully some improvements, and it doesn't go in the other direction. There's going to be some light improvements on Avenida Menendez, and there's going to be manpower at the main intersections, which I feel is the most important, how they work together on those intersections to make it work.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I can't get my hat straight today.
You're not happy with the hat?
It's one of my more comfortable hats, but it's just not working with me today.
Go with like the Clark Gable, like down over one eye deal.
Yeah.
Selena.
I'm not sure I have any Clark Gable in me. So.
All right, back to Daytona. Daytona lands decades-long commitment from major music festival boosting local economy. The largest rock festival in the United States is here to stay in Daytona Beach. Welcome to Rockville has signed a 10-year deal with Daytona International Speedway, ensuring the festival remains at the iconic venue and promising a major economic boost for the region. The 2025 festival drew more than 230,000 fans, with headliners like Green Day, Linkin Park, and Sublime, generating an estimate $80 million in economic impact. Over the next decade, officials project the event could pump at least $800 million into the local economy. That was hard math right there.
Yeah.
Daytona Beach tourism leaders say Rockville has been a lifeline for the community, filling hotels, restaurants, and attractions. The move comes at a critical time as the city faces a slowdown in tourism, with hotel tax collections falling 7% year over year in June. Festival organizer Danny Wimmer presents. I can't speak. Danny Wimmer presents says Rockville has grown 10% annually since relocating from Jacksonville to Daytona Beach in 2021, and the new partnership with the Speedway gives them the resources to dream even bigger. Welcome to Rockville will return May 7th through 10th, 2026. The lineup will be announced later this year. This is cool.
Yeah. No, and I think they do a nice job down there. We do get some overflow tourism, believe it or not, out of Daytona.
Yeah.
And obviously Biketoberfest is coming up. We get some overflow from that.
Yeah.
So Daytona's tourism helps us, and the beauty of it is we get the good ones.
We get the bougie tourists that go to Daytona events.
I don't know what's going on with my hat. I'm just so self-conscious right now.
You can always go bald.
I can go topless. There you go. We're going topless.
One of us can do that.
We're going topless.
It's shiny. Need a polish.
I do not volunteer for that job.
I'm getting a little hippie. I got to shave it down a little bit.
Yeah, you got some growth.
Getting a little out of control.
A little peach fuzz.
Wow, that hat's dirty.
There's
but
so many issues.
yeah, I missed one day. But no, we do. We get the Rolex. Is that for my head or for my hat? Oh, okay. We get the Rolex riders.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
we get the ones that are spending a lot of money and buying in shops and
The ones that have their bike shipped down here.
yeah, the ones that trailer their bike behind their really nice F-250. So we get that crowd, which is really nice because it helps their economy here.
Yep.
And so Daytona's a good boost for us when they have stuff like this.
I agree.
Yeah, but it's definitely also great for them that they have a large enough venue with Daytona with the Speedway that they can host like these like major concert venues because I know you mentioned like Sing Out Loud is a major boost for us like during September. But however though it only has like the capacity of like 15,000 people or at least like around like that capacity.
It's closer to 20 now.
And closer to 20, but you're not gonna get like the big you're not gonna get like the big artists you're not gonna get like a Linkin Park. You're not gonna get a like that artist that can fill like 70,000 there. So
yeah, you're not gonna get the stadium people. You'll get the arena people, and they have a cool lineup. And they went younger this year. I only know one of the artists. I'm not hip anymore.
My daughter definitely.
If you
wants
can't
to go
tell
to
by
Sing
my
Out
nice haircut.
It's all right. All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comment?
On this torrential, thunderous Thursday, I will thoroughly go through the thoughtful thoughts and thinking followers.
The thorough going through is brought to you by BNS Signs.
Torrential.
Torrential. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. They'll put a roof over your head in a torrential Thursday.
Yes, they will.
Comments
and it won't leak.
That's right. Comments
Wawa's at Wawa and Speedway's at 316. Costco's at 264. Rick, thank you for that. Enjoy. I think you were the other one who sent it in. Rick Rumrell, who's in the Keys, was watching. If you haven't checked out his show on Monday mornings, and it replays on Sunday, it's like Sunday Reflections.
Sunday Reflections.
Yeah, check him out. It does have a religious base to it, so you know what you're getting into.
It's very thoughtful and contemplative.
Yes, very thoughtful, and he has some amazing guests in there.
Yes, he does.
And there's a lot of people talking about White Castle love. There's some White Castle love out there. They did not agree with me on the Crystal over White Castle, but everyone who agreed that White Castle is better than Crystal was born north of Bayard. So just so we're clear.
Right on.
So your taste buds could be skewed. So tomorrow is what food chain do you wish to have in St. Augustine? Okay, so that's going to be tomorrow's question. So you two remind me of that
All right.
question.
Okay.
So I've already
Do
done
your market research.
one of my 3 jobs that I have here. But no, and a lot of fun people in there, and go Eagles for Cindy. She's an Eagles fan.
That's awful nice of you. Do we have a stardom stat today?
Stardom stat today. On this day, 1963,
Mm-hmm.
I Have a Dream
All right.
speech
Nice.
was given in front of 250,000 people at right there at the reflective pool in Lincoln Memorial to the Washington Monument there. And the speech changed right before.
Yeah.
Like the night before. That was going to be a completely different speech. And I think he wrote it at the Willard.
Very cool.
That's the coolest hotel Blake and I have ever stayed in.
Yes.
So we stayed in some cool places. That one was the coolest. But Martin Luther King, it kind of is the catapulted him to being the leader of the movement, of the civil rights movement. And he just he knocked it out of the park with that speech from every mountaintop.
Yeah, he did. I saw his niece speak in the same spot in 2010, which was really cool. On the same day.
Yeah.
On the same day in the same spot. And that was pretty cool.
On this
I'll
day?
be the king.
On this day.
Yes. August 28th, 2010.
All right. And a lot of people had a lot of great answers on the 10-year-old, and they were all over. There was Bob Evans out there. There was Quincy's. There was
There are some
Chili's.
Northern Park
There
Quincy's.
was just amazing, amazing blue collar answers. By the way, all 3 of ours were blue collar answers. Well, Blake's wasn't so much.
No weekly Ruth's Chris for us.
Blake's had a little white collar
Little
answer in there. But,
We did Yamato's once for a birthday.
yeah. So.
All right, that's Stardom Stat brought to you by St. August Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today. It's delicious. Do we have plugs?
We do have plugs. I want to say thank you to all my friends yesterday that came. I mean, I went gator hunting with friends, and we had an amazing time there. But my friends in DeLand, I knew I was going to be in DeLand, and my buddies I grew up with, there were 7 of us there, and I don't think I've laughed so hard in a long time, because I'm not a laugh out loud guy. I'm a chuckle guy. I'm not a laugh out loud guy. And we had each other laughing so hard about the stupid stuff we've done growing up, and the fact that we're still alive.
And you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You're out hunting dinosaurs.
We're all still alive, and that's the amazing part.
That's awesome.
So, and I almost fell in the water twice yesterday. The gator turned as I went to basically stick it where it wouldn't get away.
To finish him?
And I went past the gator, and I almost took the other 2 guys with me. And it was hilarious.
Why didn't we have a camera on that boat, Blake?
And then
he had the camera with him.
Then I fell I step off a boat like I've been doing it my entire life. I'm holding the rope, and as I step off to the dock, I stepped on the rope and tripped myself. I literally knocked myself onto the ground, which that would have been the funny one to have. I have a flesh wound on my knee.
Just a flesh wound?
It's just a mere flesh wound. So
My parents met a guy at a bar that was right on the water, and he was like, "Oh, you got to see my boat." And so they're going. My dad had just gotten new glasses. This was a neighborhood bar close to where they live. They could ride their bike to it. So they had ridden their bikes, and they're having a couple of drinks, watching the sunset over the water. And this guy takes him out to his boat. I think it was like a fellow Clemson fan, and that's how they started talking. And my dad goes to step, and it's like golden hour when the light's kind of funky. He goes to step on the boat and just steps right perfectly in between and just goes whoop right in the space between. Glasses gone.
Yeah.
His brand new glasses. You get 1 pair a year. Gone. He had to go back to his old glasses the same day.
yeah, and I'll show you this picture. This is the famous bridge story, which is the crew I was with.
Yeah.
And I have a buddy it was me, and there's kind of 5 or 6 of us in this main crew, like growing up. And the one buddy, Chris, who was sitting directly beside me yesterday, and we started talking about this bridge. Now, we thought this bridge was so high. The bridge is not that high.
It's not that high.
It's not that high. But we were 13 years old,
Yes.
and I'm standing over the wall of the bridge, like,
Yeah.
okay, you think it's safe. You don't know what's down there.
Yeah.
And my buddy Chris and Sid are standing there, and Chris just goes and pushes me. We don't look for boats or anything. It just pushes me, and they waited until I survived and popped back up before they jumped.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell me. I didn't even know this portion of the story until last night, that the bridge keeper had came out and started yelling at him, and they had two choices: either jump off the bridge or run.
Or
And they
face the
both jumped off the bridge. So
Wise.
But I never even knew that there was an interaction with the bridge
Bridge master.
tender, the bridge tender, because I was already in the boats cussing at Chris on the way down.
What a weird way to find out you're the bonus friend.
No, I was the test dummy. I was the test dummy, and I realized that very quickly about 10 feet off the bridge.
Took that long.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to YouTube and Rumble. Bollocks this evening. They're finally all together. Bye, guys.
Bye.